Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the FUT Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. What is a week in FIFA Ultimate Team without a FUT Accountant Thursday flip investments video? We're going to take a look at some of the cards on this market that I think we could be investing in and could possibly buy into for rewards this week. I do think the market's going to rise this week at rewards. A lot of stuff has been going down inside of this FUT Freeze promotion that is going on, a lot of SBCs, a lot of, free players that have been given out this week. We got to talk about the Wan-Bissaka SBC, the Marquinhos SBC that a lot of people have done. And I want to talk about what cards could go up this Thursday. Now, there's also a lot of untradeable content that is out in terms of a lot of people are submitting their coins right now for untradeable items in this game. We had the Wan-Bissaka SBC yesterday on Wednesday. We've had the Gaia, the Marquinhos, of course. Player of the Month Felix, people are still doing that right now. And then, of course, the base icon SBC. There's a lot of stuff right now taking coins off of the game. But I do feel like with rewards coming on Thursday, Wednesday night into Thursday, I feel like you will see a lot of this fodder maybe drop off a bit. And a lot of people shift their focus away from doing the objectives, grinding the icon swaps that we talked about this week, and then moving into, weekend league on the weekend time frame, weekend mode. So some stuff to think about this week for Thursday flips. This card right here is among the things that I think you will see a lot of in weekend league. Right now, again, a lot of people are still rocking untradeable teams or teams they don't have to buy too many players for. There's not a lot of people out there that are, spending all of their coins on teams right now because they know Team of the Year is on the horizon. The market is kind of going down anyway. A lot of the golds dropped off significantly this past week with the FUT Freeze lightning rounds and supply. I think a lot of people are going to work in this David Beckham into their teams, whether it is in the starting lineup as a right mid or as a center mid off cam. Look at the thumbs up, man. 11,000 thumbs up on this card. I still think a lot of people are going to be using him, right? I know it's not the most OP card, but it is a solid, untradeable item in the game that literally everybody has right now. And I think a lot of people are going to end up using him. Same thing with Joao Felix, right? A lot of people have this card. A lot of the cards that went up there to link investments to this Joao Felix, a lot of them are going to get a soft link to that David Beckham card as well, since he is Real Madrid and he is English. So I see a lot of La Liga stuff in my mind this week as a possible Thursday flip. Now, even if you aren't going to use your guy David Beckham that you got for free, I take a look at this guy Llorente Rule Breakers, right? He is 271,000 coins right now on the PlayStation. And my apologies if you're on Xbox. I'm not going to be able to really look at Xbox prices on this video. It's just going to be PlayStation. But you can see that this guy's dropped off from around 300,000 coins to down to about 270 where he is now. I like this Llorente card again because of the links to Joao Felix. And the inform too, right? The inform was 230 last weekend, and now he's down to 199,000 coins. I like both of these cards as Thursday flips because they link Beckham and Joao Felix, which a lot of people have done. And those two cards were just put out pretty untradeable, and a lot of people have them. So I do like that as an investment. Again, if people did the Gaia SBC as well, which is very cheap, that would be a card that you could link to him as well. Other La Liga cards that I like. Ramos, right? I like Ramos because maybe the inform. The only thing I don't like about this Ramos inform is that he was in best of team of the week, so he's got a lot of supply. But you can see the past couple weeks he's gone up for Thursday flips almost every single week. So 100, maybe in the 150s, like he's 156 right now. If you can snag him in the mid 150s on PlayStation, again, look at your Xbox graph to find an applicable price. But this guy should be a riser for Thursday flips. Even his gold card, Ramos, in like the low 50K range, I think on both consoles is where he would be. That could be a good shot as well. And then other links that I could see rising. Now, of course, we did get the Wan-Bissaka SBC today. And that, there was a little bit of panic selling, as you can see here on this Kyle Walker. Not really panic selling, but just people thought that it might be a Wan-Bissaka center back, and it indeed was today. But obviously, as we saw, the price tag for that SBC was just way too high. So people went back and they bought Walker back up because they didn't have to worry about another SBC being dropped, or they didn't have to worry about that Wan-Bissaka dropping the price of Walker. Same thing with Joe Gomez today. He was in the 420 range. He's now back up to 450. which I guess isn't too big of a big swing for him. But yeah, I think that there are a lot of La Liga links that you could look to get in this weekend. Inform Valverde as well. I know it's another card that was in best of team of the week, but look at these graphs, man. 225 to 249 2 weeks ago, 234 to 250, and probably even higher than 250 at his peak. Like these big the valleys and the peaks. This is what you want to see for a Thursday flip investment. Now, Valverde is 233, which is where he was. He's lower than where he was earlier this week. I think this is a great opportunity. 228 earlier today. Wow. So with the base icon SBC and with the kind of not the panic, but just the thought of Wan-Bissaka coming today or yesterday on Wednesday, I think caused a lot of panic selling. And I've seen people get absolutely ridiculous stuff from this latest icon, the base icon upgrade that is out right now. So I'm not saying that you guys should do it. It's the SBC is going to be there for a long time, but I'm saying that caused a bit of panic today on the market. I'm going to see if there's any Valverdes out here on the market for 230s. There's a 228 Valverde with a shadow right there. You know what? I've got a million coins. I'm going to snag a Valverde, throwing him on my transfer list because I like the links that that guy gives to the brand new card that everybody has, and that is the Beckham. So I like that Valverde inform as a shout as well. Now, if you're wondering where my coins are, I've got a little Seedorf that I'm trying to flip right now. But yeah, again, just to kind of talk about what I see rising up. If you don't want to go with La Liga, I totally understand. I still think a lot of the meta golds are going to rise up this week as well. Varane is 185,000 coins. That is ridiculously cheap for one of the best center backs in the game. Ferland Mendy is also down. You can see he rose last week from 75, mid 70s, all the way up to above 80,000 coins. So not a huge profit after tax, but a solid one. And then Rashford as well. Maybe there will be people that run a three English strike force up top with a left mid English player as Rashford, striker English player, and then a right mid Beckham. This guy's dropped off a bunch this week. He's 138K right now, which is ridiculous. He dropped off a bunch today. So just be careful with some of those cards because they are golds, but they are really meta cards, and I do think they will rise with rewards a decent amount. Now let's talk about a few more things. Some other cards that could rise for rewards that are out of packs. Of course, that's kind of like the safest area that we look at. Now I've already shouted a few. I kind of like team of the group stages, man. I really do because these cards are overlooked because these cards, yes, they were supplied a lot, but they're going to get more rare naturally as they are longer out of packs. I kind of like guys like Diego Carlos is not bad. I like this Teo Hernandez left back item for a Thursday flip because both of those cards are pretty cheap, but also really usable and in the range where people will, they'll drop 200K to try out a card, right? This Sterling card fluctuates a lot from what I see. He fluctuates from like the low 160s, and at least one point in the day, he goes up and almost gets back to 180. In both of the past 2 days, he's been down at 165, and he has hit peaks up at 180,000 coins. So I like this guy as a Thursday flip investment too, honestly, just because he's an English left wing prem, big name player. Now, of course, City losing yesterday or drawing West Brom yesterday doesn't really help a City fan perspective. Uh, Not trying to rub it in at all, but I do think some of these team of group stage cards could rise. Now, a card that is a part of the record breakers here, Jamie Vardy, he's down a lot right now. And this is because of one thing and one thing only. Yes, a little bit of weekend sell-off, but Jamie Vardy is projected to get into the team of the week. And that is one thing I want to talk about at the moment is the team of the week predictions for that could come out for the squad. Where'd it go? That could come out for the squad today. Here it is. This week's team of the week is not looking so hot, man. Jamie Vardy and Tony Cruz are like the top tier guys in this week's team of the week. And it's not looking that good unless EA decided to juice it up and throw somebody in. It's not looking that good, but that's why the record breaker is down. Depending on the inform, what the rating is and stuff like that, that record breaker could possibly rise or drop depending on the price of the inform and the boost that inform does get. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is when the team of the week comes out on Wednesday today, guys like Tavernier and Pope, right? These are two cards. If Tavernier gets in as an 84 and if Pope gets in also as an 84, a lot of people are going to get those as their red items from FUT Champs rewards. And especially since people are rocking untradeable teams right now in this stage of the game, I see a lot of people using this Tavernier with the Beckham link and using this Nick Pope card because he's a very overpowered card in this game. A lot of people are going to be using them, right? And there's one guy that links both of those together, and his name is Joe Gomez, right? Joe Gomez, 33,000 coins right now at the moment. Still a very, very, I think still, man, 33K for this guy, that's really, really cheap. He dropped off a bunch today. But as you can see, he does kind of rise up, went to 53, and then it doesn't show it on the graph here. I bought Joe Gomez last week at 50K on, I think it was December 6th or 7th, and he actually did rise up Friday morning to 60K where I sold him. He's now down to 33. He's literally cut in half. I kind of like, I know it's risky because he's low rated, but I still think a lot of people will buy a guy like Joe Gomez to use in their weekend league team this weekend. You could look at some other English center backs like Walker in form, Gomez in form if they're not inflated too much, and look at some of those guys. Other good out of packs informs. I do like the rule breakers that are very popular. Some of the road to the finals honestly could be good, like this Griezmann, right? Griezmann is down a ton because after the UCL draw, of course, their draw is not the most ideal. He went down to 375. He's down. He's now back at 390. But a card like this Griezmann is a very rare item, so it does not take that many people, and this card could actually go up in price because of that. Same with some of these other road to the finals. So just keep an eye on some of them if that's an area that you possibly want to get involved in. Again, the rule breakers, as we've talked about before, are just very, very rare items in this game too. So we see guys in here like the Jimenez center back card with the La Liga links to, those other players like Joao Felix, maybe Arente, you're linking him in. I do like Royce, of course, as a very cheap option. Guys like Di Maria as well, right? Di Maria boomed in the past couple of days. Shout out to the Marquinhos SBC. Now, if you see Di Maria back down in the range of like the 320s on the PlayStation, he's already at 350. I think some people might have started investing. But if you see that guy drop back down, that could be something you look into for a possible flip investment there as well. And the last thing I want to talk about, last two things. This is one, right? This is the SBC screen that we got a couple days ago. Obviously, we had Gaia. This was Wan-Bissaka. Now, this striker Italian is who we should be getting today on Wednesday. And I do believe that some people think this is going to be El Shaarawy. Other people think that this could be Insigne. So we could get one of those two options or somebody else today. But either way, the next two SBCs, being Sevilla and a striker that is Italian, don't seem to me like they're big game-breaking SBCs that so many people would have to go out and do. Unless the Sevilla guy is Acuna, a lot of people would be interested in that, but it's not like, anything super duper duper crazy. So I don't think you have to worry about those two SBCs as like something that would really crash the market or change a lot of things on this game as well. I do want to talk about freeze cards for a second. If you do want to buy any of these cards, right? Now, a lot of these guys, I think, dipped a little bit today. We had a tradable pack SBC today, and that did cause some of these guys to dip. These cards are fluctuating like crazy. They're fluctuating like crazy from the little that I've been watching them. Just looking at their flipping graphs, dude. Casemiro goes nuts, man. This card is so valued by so many people in this game. Watch since these cards are rare, like 2 to 3 hours after rewards, you're gonna want to keep an eye on some of these cards like Bernardo Silva, like Casemiro, Verratti, Hazard, the Martinez, Lautaro Martinez, right wing card. Even like maybe even Nani. A lot of people are interested in the Nani card right now. These freeze items will get packed at rewards. This Mane is 2-2. That's cheap, man. That is cheap. Wow, that's very cheap. 2.3 all the way down to 2-2 flat today for this Mane item. So just keep an eye on these cards. They are going to get packed a little bit during rewards. I don't think there's going to be safe packs, but it's kind of like we do with the new team of the week every week, right? We look for them to get packed during rewards, and then they do bounce back after that. So if you do want to get in on some of these freeze cards or use them for the weekend, especially if it's a meta item like Verratti, Silva, Casemiro, Mane, I would throw Hazard in that mix and Lautaro Martinez as well. I would try to snag one of those two players, or if you do want any of those players during the reward supply, if you're around for it. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. Last thing, I promise, this is actually the last thing. Icons, right? Prime icons are out. People are, there are some people that are using them, and it doesn't take much demand for these cards to fluctuate because they are very rare on the market and they fluctuate a lot every single day. That's why you see me trading with a few of them. Stevie G, Petit, Vieira have been a couple of the cards. I flipped Vieira yesterday for a pretty penny. This Petit also as well was about 45,000 coin profit. And if I can flip this Seedorf, I'm also going to be making around, I'm going to be making right around 30K, 40K on that Seedorf. So I'll be very, very ecstatic if I could flip those cards. Icons, though, this weekend, you might see a tiny bit of undercutting right at rewards if a few of these guys do get packed. But some of the popular icons, like a guy like Cannavaro, sold at 1281 earlier today, and look what he is right now. The cheapest Cannavaro on the market is 1.4 on an open bid, 1.46 on the lowest bin. So these guys are going to continue fluctuating, and they are going to go up for some prices are going to go up after rewards because a lot of people are going to want to try some of these cards out. I'm going to watch this Figo because that's a low bid. After rewards, though, there is going to be more people buying these prime icons, and they are very rare. So just a heads up for some of those that like to mess around with the icons. Wow, Blanc is low, man. 1-4 lows. It's crazy. A lot of these icons dropped today as well. So just keep an eye on these. I expect these to, honestly, the meta ones to rise after weekend league rewards too, just because there are some people out in the game that want to try them. And I do think you will see the prices kind of go up. So that's kind of my Thursday flipping investments video. Again, one thing I will cover right now at the end is when do you want to sell some of these players, right? Let's take a look at the Valverde again, just because I bought one and I'm curious. Okay, well, now there's none. I bought one at 228. So again, the cards like this can fluctuate so fast, and now all of a sudden he's 238K. But I would try to, I don't think you have to say I have to get out of these cards by 6 p.m. on Thursday because that's what everyone else is going to do. And I don't think you have to be like everyone else. I really don't think you have to. I think that most of the cards, if you hold on to them, they will rise up even further Thursday night into Friday morning, which is when that's when I sold my Joe Gomez cards last week. So I sold my Joe Gomez on Friday morning. If I can find the right one, let me just type in Joe Gomez, bang, 33,000 coins. I'm slow on Companion, boys. You've noticed this, right? So like 33,000 coins for Joe Gomez. I'm going to try to find one with a shadow. Boom, 31.5. Can I get that? I can't. 32K with a shadow? I'll take that. I cannot get that one either. So when you're trying to buy some of these gold cards or any of these cards for that matter, definitely try to get them with the chem style that can add a couple thousand coins when you actually go to sell the card for a flip. So I'm going to buy a Joe Gomez there. I might buy a few more because I do kind of like that investment as well. But I think Friday morning is a fine sell time for these unless EA drops some crazy, crazy content on Thursday or today on Wednesday. I think you can look to buy these cards at any point in time. You can look to buy them pretty much at any point in time because, we're looking for a post-rewards rise and then, of course, holding on a little bit after that because a lot of people like to sell pre-6 p.m. You hold a little longer and you actually can make some more profit because all the selling stops and people continue to buy, if that does make sense. So that's the Thursday flipping video this week, boys. Should be a good week. Should be a nice market rise at rewards. Yes, I know the game is feeling kind of dead. I get that. A lot of people are feeling like the game is not very fun right now with this freeze promo. Only getting one SBC. A lot of people are saying I would rather have foot miss over this. I totally see where you're coming from. Now, I have not been following it like super duper close this week because I've been on vacation, as you guys know. But I still think, you know what, the SBCs in my mind have been decently valued, except for Wan-Bissaka today. So we will see who comes out as an SBC today. It will be interesting. And, of course, for weekly league rewards, market rise, we'll be looking for that as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, smash a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's been Nate the FUT Accountant. Catch you guys later. Peace out.